Game of Thrones. Okay, so I'm finishing up that thing I said I would do ages ago, where I'm going to finish this season off, season 5, which I'm over a season behind now. This is season 5, episode 8 of Game of Thrones. Its title is Hardhome. Let's do it.
I will have a very large army. And very large dragons.
So you basically can win whatever.
He worships you. He is in love with you, I think.
Hey, don't go spilling his secrets. I mean, it's not a secret. Everyone knows.
Remove Sejora from the city.
He just got here. What is that music across the street? Oh, that's right. Jorah's turning all scaly. Cersei, you're not looking so hot.
My face will be the last thing you see.
Quit talking. Someone's got a spoon that can hit you.
Then I turn left onto Moonsinger Lane. Turn left onto Ragman Lane.
Yeah, that other lane was not acceptable. This whole many-faced god is confusing to me.
The charges: fornication, treason, incest, the murder of King Robert. All lies. Of course.
No, it's not. It's true.
Your arrest and Queen Marjorie's arrest, the king has not taken them well. He remains in his chambers. His servants often find his food in the hall, left untouched.
Because he's a child and shutting down.
To the High Sparrow, who worked. I made him. I rose him up from nothing.
In hindsight, probably a bad idea.
If it weren't for you, I'd still have a family.
Yeah, so maybe it's for the best you get your pee-pee cut off.
Tell me to my face, Theon! Tell me that they weren't your brothers!
I couldn't find him.
So I just killed some other kids. I'm basically a good guy.
He may be the only person in the world I trust. Except my brother.
The brother who killed my father.
That's the one.
This is very tangled family relationships.
Well, you can still speak in complete sentences.
Oh, you're not going to let him drink? He's not going to be very good at thinking. Homeboy is great when he's drunk.
I'm not going to stop the wheel. I'm going to break the wheel.
What did the will ever do to you? Oh, wait, a lot. Cersei, you should really stop being such a B-word and just get a drink of water. And this is where we are, sucking water off a floor. This Ollie kid weirds me out.
Does that make me a fool?
Can you hear people yelling across the street? They're filming How to Get Away with Murder, and it's loud.
Lord of Bones.
But that makes sense. He's a Lord of Bones. He's wearing everyone's bones.
And when you're done talking, do you get down on your knees and suck his cock?
Too far, sir. Yeah, good job. Hit him for that. You hear that crap across the street? It's loud. Shh. Every 5 minutes. They, make people clap over there.
I put an arrow through his heart.
Not a great way to make friends.
To think about your children now.
Think about the children. What about the children?
It may not be enough, but at least we'll give the fuckers a fight.
A lot of F words in this episode. Come on.
I want to go with you. I need to get the old folks on the boats. I'm right behind you, I promise.
Something bad's gonna happen, isn't it? Something's happening. You always know when dogs start barking, stuff's about to go down. I don't think shutting the gates is really gonna help. That's creepy. When the screaming stops, you gonna get killed. Something's gonna scare me. Something's gonna scare me, I just know it. Yep, there we go. People just running into the water. Oh, heck no. Those zombie-looking things? Nah. This all of a sudden just turned into The Walking Dead. You know, these gates are made of, really thick wood. And these things are, pretty much just skeletons, so how do they have that much strength behind them to break it? How do you fight things that can still fight you when they have arrows in their face? You're just now thinking about the dragon glass? You've been fighting for 20 minutes, dude. Whew. Stepping on him works. Oh, the coolest looking White Walker enters, and the fire just parts for him. Whoa. Okay, he means business. Really shouldn't try to hit his little swordy thing, because it just breaks stuff. Catch your breath, John. Catch your breath, honey. Oh, look it, your sword's awesome. Whoa. Okay, forget dragon glass, shoot. Oh, creepy, no, zombie looking kids, no. Now, does she know some of those zombie kids, or are they just so creepy it's upsetting her? Don't let your guard down just because they're zombie kids. I mean, because you're dead now, you know? Oh, that's like some World War Z stuff. No. Y'all shouldn't run with swords. It's dangerous. What about the poor giant? Is he gonna get to come or no? Well, I mean, you got a few extra people to help. Everybody else is dead. But now, like, everybody they're killing, are they gonna turn into little zombie things too, or no? Who makes the White Walker's armor? Because it looks cool. They're just staring each other down. And he's going, come at me, bro. Oh, they're all waking up, aren't they? That's creepy. I mean, you did rescue some of them, but now the army's a little bit bigger on that side. It's creepy how quiet it is. And why isn't that guy still paddling? Keep paddling. Well, that ended on a down note. Shoot. Okay, so this episode starts, and Tyrion and Jorah are in front of Daenerys, and Tyrion convinces her not to kill Jorah, but to just kind of like exile him again. Cersei's still in that cell, and this chick keeps coming in trying to give her water, but like under the conditions that she confesses her sins, and she's like, F you. Arya's talking to that one dude that's like the not a man, no one dude. She's looking him right in the eye and telling him a story about how she was a kid who sold oysters on a dock, and he's like, go down this dock, and she goes down that dock in her mind brain, and she sees some guy who like takes bets about different captains and their success rates, and he's like, I want you to learn a lot about that dude. I'm confused. Is this just happening in her head, or what? And then he gives her something that appears to be like poison. Is she supposed to poison this dude in her head, or is this really happening? Some dude comes and visits Cersei in her cell, and he's like, yeah, so since you're locked up and Marjorie's locked up, the king's kind of shutting down. He's not even coming out of his room. He's a stupid kid. Cersei's still optimistic. She's like, you just get him to come, and then I can get out. Which is like, honey, I don't think it's going to happen. Reek comes into Sansa, and he gives her some food, but she's, mad, mentioning, if it wasn't for him, she'd still have a family. From yelling at him, she kind of gets him to abruptly admit that he didn't actually kill her brothers. He killed some farm kids, and her brothers are still alive somewhere. Then Tyrion and Daenerys are sitting down having wine, and they're talking about their families and how they both suck. She wants him to come on as an advisor, and he's like, I can advise you here because, if you go back, across the water, it's going to be sketchy. There's houses and hierarchies and different things, and it's an established order. And she's like, I'm just going to break the will of family thing. It was an analogy. Cersei's still in that cell. That chick keeps coming in with water, telling her to confess, and she keeps threatening the chick. The chick just pours the water on the ground, and then when she leaves, Cersei's like, crap, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna go suck it off the floor. Meanwhile, at the wall, Sam is in his room, and that kid comes in, and that kid's like, hey, I want to talk. So, Jon is teaming up with the wildlings. The wildlings, killed my family and my whole village, so I think it's sketchy. Sam's like, don't worry about it. Trust Jon. He knows what's up. Jon and that one red-bearded dude show up with all the wildlings, and after a lot of talk, and they finally do convince them, they're like, hey, White Walkers are going to kill all of us, so we should probably team up. He says he's going to give them Dragonglass to help them fight, because Dragonglass can kill White Walkers, so I don't know why, he said he's going to give it to them, but then he puts it all in one little bag and just leaves it sitting there. So they're loading everyone into the boats, and Jon's looking at them like, alright, we got some people, we don't got all of them, but, we got a good amount of people. One of the women wildlings loads her daughters into the boat and is like, go ahead, nothing's going to go wrong, which is like, cue something going wrong. Bunch of snow and storminess starts washing over all the mountains, and then they're like, crap, lock the gates. They end up locking a bunch of their own people out because they're shady. All their people on the other side of the gate are screaming to be let in, and then all of a sudden it's just like a hush, just quiet. And then they start peeking through the slats in the gate, and they realize that all of them are those zombie type people now. Some of them zombie people start getting through the gate, so at this time we have a bunch of people loading into boats trying to get to the big ships. We have people just diving in trying to swim to the boats, and you have people trying to fight the zombie type people. They've been fighting for a super long time before Jon's like, wait, we should try to find that Dragonglass. He runs back into the one building where they all were meeting, and he's trying to find the Dragonglass. The big giant dude busts out. He starts stepping on his zombie people. Jon goes in there, and there's a White Walker in there, and this other dude's fighting the White Walker, and when he tries to hit his sword against the White Walker's big sword thing, it just shatters the steel. One dude gets stabbed. Jon's fighting with him for a while. He gets tossed around. He gets out of the building enough, and then when he tries to block the White Walker with his sword doesn't shatter, and it kind of startles the White Walker dude for enough for him to swing his sword and then just shatter the whole White Walker. The king of the White Walkers is up on top of the hill, and he sees all this happen, and he's like, Then all these zombie dudes start just piling over the cliff. They all fall, and then they all get up and start running. The gate starts falling down. They're like, John, we gotta get out of here. So they start running to the boats. The giant dude starts running to the boats. They get on the boat. They're trying to get away. Giant dude just starts walking into the ocean. Oh, and before this, that one chick who put her daughters on the boat, she just stands there and sees tons of, like, little zombie kids, and then they attack her and they kill her. So the boat starts going away, and John looks out, and he sees, like, the last remaining people still on the dock area just getting killed. Then finally, every living person is dead, and that White Walker King dude walks out onto the dock, and he stands and just slowly raises his hand. Everyone who was dead starts, like, popping up. They got the zombie eyes, and they all just stare at him. They have, like, a big, mean stare-off, and then credits. Like, seriously, half of this episode was just the whole wildling scene. So it's getting serious. I mean, they got some people, but that's an army that's just growing. Only 2 more episodes this season, and there's only 2 more episodes of these I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna stop with Game of Thrones. I'm getting too far behind. It's just, you know what I mean. But I hope you guys enjoy what you've been watching. If I forgot anything, left anything out, drop a comment. Don't forget to do things, rate, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Until next time.